that's quite a bit different. Oh boy. So it's probably been a solid week and a half maybe since my last video, and I think the last video we were starting to get some rain and temperature was bumped up a little bit. We're in the middle of January right now, second week in January. Getting ready to head back home here shortly. I think we're through the worst of this storm front. We got a lot of snow, a lot of rain. Last couple of days. It's 40 degrees today, sun's out, and yeah, just about all the snow is off the roof of the house, all the outbuildings. The old 91's getting a top off charge here. I'm getting ready to head home. I need to put some things away first. I need to put this 91 back under that overhang, but I want to make sure the battery's fully charged before I leave. It's sat out here. I got down to single digits, 8-9 degrees plus Fahrenheit at night. It started this morning. Turned the Cape fired up. It was a little slow, but I don't want to beat up the alternator either, so I figure I'd just put on the charger for an hour, set the timer for an hour on it, top that charger off. I'm going to pull the snow plow off of this quad. We'll take a look at it. There's that leading edge that I welded on the front, which I think was a wonderful thing. Act as one giant, I don't know, one giant skid foot instead of two. And it worked fine. Kept that blade from digging in to the road too bad. I think I mentioned this a couple times. These tires have good tread, but they both have slow leaks. This one a little more than others. This one's got a crack. They hold air when they're warm, but when they're cold they leak. So I'm going to pick up a couple inner tubes. See if I can't break the beads on the tire machine up here. I'm going to take those home with me. Log splitter got fixed. I think I've mentioned that already in a video. Got that sorted out. That throttle assembly split this much more wood, split that much more wood. So I'm going to bring this into the house, into the mudroom, so the next time I'm up I've got firewood handy. All this bark and these little chunks and chips and garbage I burn in the garage. Plenty of wood in the mountains that need to come back in, but we still have plenty of wood here. This is 12 foot across. That's at least 8 or 9 feet that way. It's probably 5 foot tall. I mean, it's in rounds, but that's a lot of firewood right there. But what I need to do is I need to fill this tank up. I need to come up with some better plastic. I do have some 2-part plastic epoxy at home. Next time I'm up, I'm gonna weld epoxy this back together. Forget that ABS glue. Maybe the ABS glue was just old. I gotta stop leaning on this thing. You can see where my feet kick it and hit it and I break it. It's my bad. I don't even know if this thing will start. I'm sure it will. Battery's good. Fuel's off. I don't even have the choke on, but I'll bring you back for that one. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna leave the chains on for now. Because if I do come up, we do have some tree work that needs to be done in the spring, like already a month from now, late February, early March. I'm going to come up with Skippy, maybe another guy. And we have several trees that need to come down. There's a tree back behind the garage here. You see that one? That needs to come down. And we'll take a look at that one in a second. But just thought I'd wrap it up. That big snowbank that was here, I just ate crap on this earlier because this is ice. I didn't pay attention. And the drainage from this thing melting, this morning it was 15 degrees when I got up at 6:30 to get things done. It was really cold. So there's that. But the rain and the sun have made for some rocks reforming. You can see the ground again. What was I going to show you over there? Oh yeah, the tree. Now you don't really care. It's a dead tree. It's right there behind the garage. if we're careful on how we fell that tree, it'll roll right to the sawmill. And it looks like it's a pretty good tree. Let's check. We got water coming through the cracks there. There's a lot of water coming off the hill. Let's see how my ditch that I cut a week and a half ago has fared. There'll be more snow. I won't be here to see it. We usually get good snow in February. If we got this much snow in December, January, we're probably in a light break right now, and then it's usually February, March. We've been up here for work trips in April and had to deal with snow. So it's not horrible. Yeah, we got some water coming through here. This worked out. Little trench I cut the other day, or a week and a half ago. Still moving water right along the way it should be, not on the surface here to turn into ice. We still have water coming out of this gopher hole, which I think is pretty cool and totally fine. Gophers are destructive little son of a guns, so not that worried that their tunnel is flooded right now. Cleo's in the house sleeping by the fire, by the way. We were up at the butt crack of dawn and doing things and stuff, and she's chilling out right now. I just got to get the last of my chores done, hop in the truck, get on down the road. Good. Very good. Oh, we're back. Late in the day, long in the shadows. Shadows getting longer. This is still on a charger. Maybe I put it on 4 hours. It's probably fine. I'm just airing it out. It smells a little moist in there. Ugh. I put some air in the tires. Pulled the 2 back pins, the front pin with the spacer. If you don't know what those are for, you have to check out the Terra Pro Snow Plow fabrication videos. I built this plow, quick recap, about 10 years ago. No, not about, but 10 years ago. And that's a water heater, the blade is, and the rest is crap I had laying around. This came out perfect. This worked perfect. It didn't come out perfect. But when you pull straight back on this thing, man, oh man, it works better with that bridge. Welds are ugly, because it was like 4 degrees, no exaggeration, plus 4 Fahrenheit. And I had a brain cramp. I wasn't preheating the metal, so it's a little splattery. So I'm going to hit it with a flap disc in the spring. I'll worry about it this year, and then just clean those up. But functionally, it worked fine. So I just kicked this thing down, and I thought, oh, you know, it'd be kind of cool. See, it holds here now. I bet you because it's like 44 degrees right now. It's warmed up quite a bit today. I bet that'll hold air all day long. But let's slide this out. I didn't bring the tripod with me, but we'll take a look and see what's bent or broken or how it held up. I do know it's heavy. Come on, buddy. You can do it. So these are your 3 points of most abuse. And they look... I didn't break anything. That's awesome. They look mostly intact. This rope system I had to limit the fall, that was spot on. It took me a minute to figure that one out. And then what also took a minute to figure out is I put these little clips, and I ran the rope through the clips as opposed to these holes here, these square holes for carriage bolts. This is a mounting foot for a piece of electronics. This reduced that friction point. So next year I'm not going to use, I don't think I'm going to use hay twine. That's the word I'm looking for. I don't know. We'll see. All I know is it works. These look straight. Straight as they ever were. I mean, this thing dropped right down off the frame without any issue. I think I'm going to leave this out here. I'm going to set it up against the woodshed. But let me tip it on the side. I'll bring it right back. Let's take a look at that edge that I put on it. So all I did was I took a piece of bed frame steel, because I figured it was that real springy, crappy, high-strength steel, and it would hold up. And it held up all right. You see the edges wore down. I probably have 120 or 150 passes on this road. So that skidded quite a bit. Doesn't show a lot of wear. These tabs here, hold on, let me set it down. These were my original limiting tabs. They were supposed to keep this blade from folding under. This was going to hit the front of the unistrut, and you see it just bent like nothing. I should have known that. But the string works better, you know, or maybe if I put heavier steel on there, whatever, it doesn't matter. This is all built with cobbled crap that I had, but it was very successful. Let me stack this up in the corner and let's see if this old pig will start. Really not that exciting, but oh, I lost a thing. I lost one of the things. I vibrated that sucker loose. Ruh-roh. Huh. I bet it's metric, and I'm pretty sure I have it on. I do that. That's fine. It'll be fine. The plow's gonna live there for now. Let us see if this thing will start. Fuel on. Ignition. Choke. Nice. Half choke. Alright, let's get it up to the house. Let's unload this mess. I need 2 hands because this thing's really heavy.